this on. Reliant. Okay. Oh, that's good. Hello guys and welcome to Steve Knows. I hope you're doing well, because today in the weekly news update I am covering new features for the Oculus Quest, some Meta Quest, some really fun looking games and incredible news for VR that could blow the socks off of gamers just like it did before. So stick around to find out what I'm talking about. It's pretty exciting and I think that is enough chin wagging. Let's get started. So the Quest 2 and the Pro controllers get some quality of life updates that are not very exciting, but may provide you with some more convenience, and one is certainly going to reduce my blood pressure because it infuriated me. So the latest update brings 2D multitasking overlays to our VR applications. A Quest Pro feature, which was possible due to the XR2 optimization, is now possible on your Quest 2. So when you're playing a game, you can open a 2D application like the browser and do whatever it is that you need to do, because I know that some folk need instant browser access when playing VR chat. No comment. There is also the ability to directly touch cards, lozenges and buttons on your display. So when you're using your controllers, I would probably stay away from this because the point and click is much easier, but when you're using hand tracking, I still struggle to control the pointer, so being able to directly poke something is pretty handy. And yes, that was a dad joke. This feature is called Direct Touch, and you can check this out in your experimental tab on your headset. And finally, the pick up and play update. If you have the Pro controllers, you will know the frustration of picking up the remotes, holding down the menu button, shaking them about, just trying to get the headset to pick them up so you can start your VR experience. It's so slow and very frustrating. It has self-tracking and this takes a little while to boot up, but the version 50 update reduces that time. There is still a wait, but it is a little faster, and this is one of the biggest problems I have with these new controllers, so I'm glad they're aware of it and they're trying to do something about it. But you can't polish a turd. You can't. There is also an update to the hand tracking SDK, it's pretty cool this time around. It extends the abilities of hand tracking and traversal, so Meta are including new ways to teleport and turn, but using hand tracking. So you don't see custom solutions like in Iona or What's of the Wizard. We will have a consistent experience across all Quest titles. So to teleport, you just have to turn your hand over and pinch your finger and your thumb, whilst of course screaming out a spell for good measure. And to turn, which is the snap turning feature at the moment, not smooth turning, you have to turn your hand to the side and then do a slide and pinch. It's of course going to take some practice, but if you wanted to try it out, there is a demo. They've extended and updated the app First Hands, so you can try out these new traversal options, and I will link that down below in the description so you can dive straight in. Now, I think it's time that we talk about games, things that are exciting, the reason why we love VR, the immersive experiences, and this one could be the stuff of nightmares for some folk, and it's called Killing It with Fire. In this title, you'll be battling it out against spiders that are taking over your home. You can explore the environments, look through cupboards, and you'll find these critters lurking about, and you have to take them out. The title doesn't take itself seriously, it is about just having fun, and you may have seen the flat screen version that is available right now to play on Steam for just $15 or around £13 in the UK. The game does ramp up as well to just insane weaponry when you're just trying to take out spiders. I don't know how well I am going to fare in VR though, with so many of these critters crawling about, it's just oh! And a word from the dev Casey Donnellan. Fans have been asking for a VR version of Kill It with Fire since the very first footage of the original game, and I have to agree it does fit very well looking at the trailer. I'm really happy that we can finally put horrifying spiders on a screen less than an inch from players' eyeballs, and it sounds like Casey's getting rather excited to scare the pants off of people in VR. Don't know how to take that. There is also a new title coming soon based off Isaac Asimov's sci-fi series Foundation that Sony revealed during its State of Play. So this is coming to PlayStation VR 2, the Quest platform, and the Pico platform. This is coming from a studio that worked on Marvel Dimension of Heroes, rest in peace that game. Doom 3 VR, freediver, and more. So there's tons of VR experience here, and my golly does this game look good. It looks to have some stealth, some action, a narrative, stunning environments, and special abilities. And when a trailer has low booming bass, we all know that means good things, and this is expected to drop this autumn. There is another title as well. This is from End Dreams this time, a studio that has a fantastic reputation for polished and well-adapted VR experiences, and this is bringing something quite interesting to the VR space thanks to the new features of the PlayStation VR 2 headset. So this game is called Synapse, and this is combining the style of play you may recognise from titles like Fract, real fast-paced gameplay, but this time with telekinesis and eye-tracking, enhanced aiming that equips players with the power to launch and levitate and smash enemies through destructible environments. So not only are you going to be using your motion controls, you're going to use your eyes here. The trailer of this game has such a cool vibe and beautiful visuals. It looks stunning, although granted, they could be throwing a good trailer together, but based on the gameplay and some of the other titles the studio has made, I'm pretty confident this is going to be such an addictive, fun experience. Now, something that could potentially make VR boom once again, and PlayStation VR 2 boom, so I'm going to touch on a couple of tweets from Bio Official, their Twitter page, that will wet your seat. So it says here, when you translate the Japanese into VR mode of Resident Evil 4 has started development. Stay tuned for more details. And what a glorious tweet that is! As some of you may know, there is a Resident Evil 4 remake in the works that's going to capitalise on the new RE engine. So it will give us a new buttery experience with stunning visuals. So playing that in VR with some decent power behind it is quite an exciting prospect. There was also a second tweet that mentioned this update and said that it was going to be a free DLC. I haven't bought the PlayStation VR 2 yet, but I sure as heck would now if this is coming out. I didn't have much incentive before, as I've got a high-end gaming PC already, so I have better visuals than the PlayStation 5, but the games are looking so appealing from Sony at the moment. They have gamers in mind, alongside the prioritization of profits, of course, but clearly this being a free DLC, they definitely have gamers in the forefront, which is such a great thing to see, finally, in this space. I kind of see it a bit like a middle finger to the Quest in a way, who's running the low-grade optimized visuals from a nearly decades-old game, the original Resident Evil 4. So Sony, you cheeky buggers. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Please subscribe, just click down below. Just a nice, simple click means the world to me, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a great week! Happy gaming, guys! Good day!